and I've just basically picked it up for less than 10p for each one. Crazy. Good morning, welcome to the video. I'm Mike, Falco's Flips. Welcome to a very misty boot sale today. Check it out, can't see a thing. Usually you can see all like the mountains and stuff back there. Let's get in there and see what we can find to resell for a profit on eBay.
How much two connects? £2 each.
Morning, yeah?
Oh, Mike, how you doing?
Good. Christmas stuff is out. Hi there. How much is your Christmas stuff?
It's that's a £5.
Yeah.
There's a box underneath this brand new, and these are £3.
Okay. Would you do anything on these three for 8? You do 8?
Go on, do 8, yeah.
Thank you. How much are your mugs?
How many's there?
Well, just 2 so far. Keep looking.
2 for a quid.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you.
It's 12 quid. What? 12 quid. Tenner? No, they're a fiver each. Oh no.
Does that make a noise, does it, when it...
Oh, it's funny as hell.
What kind of... Is it like music?
Yeah,
Like,
Christmas music. It works, it's funny as hell.
Yeah.
It's got all different songs as well.
Go on, I'll take it. Thank you.
I tried it with batteries in.
Went to Barton Grange the other day, there's a musical clock there.
Yeah.
500 quid. I was like, no.
Well, there you are, you're off and running. You can go home now. Yeah, it's lovely wood. Cheers.
Yeah,
Lovely
again,
stuff.
don't ask me what type of
And
wood
if
it
it's in the
is.
shop, it would be expensive.
How much are your mushrooms, please?
2 for £5.
Would you do so if I took them all? All the mushrooms?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12.
Sounds good. Yep. Thank you.
That 13 hat. I remember when that ride came out.
Yes, yeah. But just recently been there actually, last month. Just got the plate.
Plate
No, a couple of quid. I'll have them off you. Can I come back to the phone?
I'll put them down there if you want.
Yeah, I always come back here and buy stuff off you.
Oh,
yeah, you do. You come the last time.
yeah. I'll bang them out.
It's missing his hand. You've got to be careful.
To be honest,
Oh, trim?
though, on these,
I'll get the 2 bigger ones for £1, if that's all right. Load of old vintage stuff in here. It's got a bit of age to it. Captain Coconut, Adventure Island. Pingo, not Pingu. Pingo. Camera. Yeah. See, stuff like this might still, once it's had a clean up, it might be alright. Possibly, if it was a branded thing. Pingvin. Yeah, maybe. A couple of glass hand grenades, like you do. Kid Zone, Thompson, vintage, 50p, CD storage, Hamburglar, That walk and play, that's from like an old vintage 80s kind of play seat thing. You 2 for 50. It says 30p on them. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you. You 50p on that?
Yeah, go on.
Cheers. I'll just take that.
See you, mate. 50p.
Yeah, go on. So back to the car with the first lot. Getting a bit heavy this, so I thought I'd drop it back. There's plenty of sellers here today. Plenty of sellers. So this is the last weekend here, so people are wanting to just get rid of their stuff as well. They seem to be a bit more negotiable on price. So I've got some fairly good prices on some of this stuff. Got a random like plush here, which I think is vintage, and I think I recognise it, but I don't know what from. I'll have to have a look into that later. I just saw a guy back there. You're not going to see him now, but he was down there somewhere. I could have sworn it was Craigslist Hunter, but there's no way he's on the Fylde coast, is there? Not a chance. I nearly actually went up to him and said, are you I nearly went to him and said, are you Craigslist Hunter in Fylde coast? But it wasn't. No way. If I find out later that it was him, I mean, this is the place he would come, right? If he was visiting the UK, like the northwest of England, he would definitely stop by here, wouldn't he? For a little look around. Anyway, stick these in the car and carry on.
Well, it's the other one.
Full set of the tweenies there. Wouldn't usually bother, but they're probably going to be wanting a lot for it. I'll ask. You never know. Yeah, in fact, I know the seller, and she will want a lot. One day I'll buy that green guitar. One day. You okay?
Yeah, okay, matey.
How much is your Philips stereo?
Philips stereo, for you a tenner. And the speakers come off of it.
Yeah, I had one like it last year. Is it alright if I come back for it?
Yeah, no worries.
I've literally just got back, gone back to the card. How much is that? 10. Does it have the game in it, or is it just the scope? About like the little sensor, that should have like a little sensor with it as well. No. You got 6 on it at all?
I'll do 6.
Cheers.
No,
My mum's in charge of that.
alright. How much?
No,
One more quick look round and then on to the next one. It's not something you see every day. What's that dog? Is it? How much are them? 50p. How much on them?
50p.
Let's keep the 50p. Cheers, mate. It's a bit rough, that one. Look at that for a vintage gopher broke. I don't think I've ever seen one quite that old. Excuse me. How much are your board games?
2 each.
2 each. I might get all 3 for that. We'll see if I can get the 3 for £5. Nigel Slater. Is that the chef? No, maybe not. So a quick look at what I've just got. I got this for 10 quid off John and Mary. They've done me good deals before and stuff. This is, you know, it's rough around the edges, I know that, but the last one I bought that was just like this, in fact it wasn't quite as nice as this. Pretty sure it's Phillips brand as well though, might have been JVC actually. But it's very similar to this, not quite as nice, wasn't fully working. I still managed to get about 30 quid. He did this to me for 10, so that's fine. I don't even know if people really use these things. It just kind of looks cool in the background. I'll put the words prop and set in the description and the title, and that will help it sell. I may just sell this for parts, we will see. I'm not sure because it is a bit rough, but yeah, don't know. And I got a few other bits as well, including this vintage 1965 Gopher Broke game. We will have a look at that later on, see if it's actually worth any money. We will see. I paid £2 for it. Who knew that Doug was Disney? I didn't. We'll have a look at everything when we get back a little later. So I've just arrived here at the second boot sale. It's about an hour and a half after I arrived at the first one. And here we are at Greenhall, Greenhow, Greenhale, Greenhouse, Green whatever. The boot sale with many names, many names. I thought it was just me. I thought I was like losing the plot or something. Every time somebody refers to this place, they use a different name. And I was like, I'm sure it's just Greenhall. Was it Greenhall? I'm like Greenhall, Greenhall. But everyone's like Greenhouse and stuff. I was like, Greenhouse? How is it Greenhouse? I don't know. But there you go, this is where we are, second boot sale. I'm not sure how long this one's got left. The one I've just been to closes tomorrow for the winter, opens up like spring next year. This one I think runs for a bit longer, and the one that's closest to where I live runs through to November usually, if the weather's okay. So we'll still have a few boot sales left on this channel before the winter sets in. So let's get on and see what we can find here. It is 8:30 in the morning. Let's go.
Hey, get it out there. Get it out.
Oh, have you been right round?
No.
That's all right. Come on then.
Is that some kind of Flintstones bear? I'll take that, please. Weird looking thing. Vintage St. Michael's, made in Korea, 1988. Yeah, how much is on your jigsaw there, that one?
Sorry, which one?
The wooden,
This
that
one?
Yeah.
£2.
So,
Brand new, it's never been opened.
I'll do that, I'll do it
Yeah?
for £2, please, yeah.
It's a nice one.
How much are your golf balls?
Pound, 3.
How much for the lot if I was to take them all? Just
Take them all?
just the balls. Well, I don't know, what have we got here? Is it all golfing related stuff, is it?
3.
Yeah.
3. If you want
This
to check,
thing.
that's just it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 gloves. St Andrew's scoreboard, scorecard.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe, I don't, depends how much it is.
well, you're going to take all the golf stuff. Tenner.
Yeah. Tenner, include that.
I'll throw that in.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
20 to 9. There you go.
How much are your mugs?
You can have 10 of those type for £1.
That's cheap.
Or you can
10 for £1.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's cheap.
Well, that's what I thought. Yeah, but no, I'm not complaining. Right, I will keep looking. Let's have a look. I love them. Yeah, that's one as well.
Do you want to come back for this one?
No, are you intriguing?
We're just having a clear out.
Rhode Island, anyone? There's more down here as well.
In a previous life we got kind of
Oh,
That's where I am now.
I've just moved house. They made us all take all our mugs home. So we get accumulated over the years, so now my cupboard's full.
What's that one?
You've got that off a flask, you know.
Starbucks, Berlin.
Yes, oh, I used to live in Berlin.
Starbucks.
Yes, definitely. How did I miss that? Do you want any of these?
No, honestly.
Those ones? Don't know. Two. I can't believe I missed that one. I'm taking these.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Well, one of us is, unless you want to. No. I've got another 10, well 8, but just take, yeah.
Well, you can take 2 more.
So barely halfway round, I came across the Mug Heaven. Now you know I love a mug, right? There's some good stuff amongst these. And 2 things, Manchester Starbucks mug, and there is a Berlin one in here. And there's also a load of other stuff. The best thing is I got them all for £2. She threw a load in as well. I think I've got probably about 25 mugs for £2. I mean, come on. With Starbucks ones amongst them. Anybody remember that video I did where in the charity shop, how much were these mugs up at in the charity shop? I can't remember. It was a lot. It was a lot of money. And I've just basically picked it up for less than 10p for each one. Crazy. Crazy, crazy. As I was looking, somebody else came along, they got a load of decent ones, and there was another lady who found another Starbucks one. She tried to give it to me and I was like, no, you take it. And the woman was like, oh well, throw it in. She was like, well, I've not bought anything. So I kind of like took it and then gave it back to her. We've got 3 large Whitards of Chelsea mugs as well. They're all in really good condition as well, but the ones here, they're, you know, really good condition. There's another Starbucks one there. Right, let's carry on. How much are they?
£3.
Thank you. Just that one, please.
Right.
Thank you.
Beer mats.
Yeah, how much you after on them?
£1 a pack.
Do the 5 for 4.
Got 3. You do 3 and the 5.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Thank you.
I'm not giving you a bag though, or if I do,
Okay. No. No, you're good.
Bag.
There you go.
That's great. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Got a couple of vintage mugs. Like I need more. I'll have a look when we get home. I'm gonna do a £1, would you, on that one, please? Just that one. Thank you. How much are these? £5 or 8.
Yeah.
I'll do them all for 30. Getting 2 free.
Oh, it's just a little bit too much for me. Just a little bit.
What were you thinking?
20 maximum really, and that's my last £20, not joking.
I was going to say I'd split it, they're not mine to be fair.
Yeah.
So, I did 25.
Yeah, no, thank you, but that is not a bad deal. If you're into your wrestling and that, I know that they're old ones, as you know, like the Titan ones.
I think he's going to get them on eBay.
Yeah, they'll go on eBay. On another day I probably would have done it, but I've spent a lot today already. So
No,
thanks anyway, thank you. I'm just seeing if any of those wrestlers are actually worth it. So I've just typed in Titan Sports figure and it's bringing up all the wrestlers, and I've sorted it by highest price sold, and none of the ones that were on there are coming up. If one or two of them are coming up here, then I would go back and get them, but some of them are in pretty rough condition as well. I mean, I'm sure there would be a little bit of profit, but not enough. No, like really well-known wrestlers. I did recognise a few of them.
But yeah, so then she says by the end of the year then she's got a big list.
No. They're not too bad. A few decent bits there. Let's go on to the last one. Just arrived at the third one. It looks busy. I mean, the car park today is absolutely packed, so yeah, hopefully there's a lot of sellers as well. Hi there, how much is your Guitar Hero? Bye. You wouldn't do like 3 on it at all?
Yeah,
no.
Then.
You sure? Yeah. Cheers, thank you. Christmas He-Man. No.
That's a double-sided one apparently.
Alright.
That's the other one.
Oh yeah. So, would you maybe consider those two and the dish? Like, what's the best you'd do for them? So that'd be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You said 2 on that?
I'll do the dish for £1.
Thank you, I'll do that. Three there.
Expensive.
Right, one more quick look down this end and then we'll head back. So that's everything, not too much from this one, but I'd never expect it when it's the last one, you know. I'm only getting here late, so by that time most of the good stuff's probably gone, and there you go, that's how it is. Done well though, boot full. We shall have a look at it in just a sec. And cheers to everyone who said hello today, and a couple of people who sold me some stuff at a good price, so I do appreciate it. I always appreciate it, and thank you for saying hello, and thank you for watching the videos. It is appreciated. A couple of really good tips from a couple of people today as well, as to kind of some other boot sales in the area, that kind of thing. And yeah, I may well think about that, because with the first one that I went to, first one in this video, being it for that one now, it might be a good idea to look elsewhere. But to be honest, I still got loads of stock. You know, you got to remember I am still kind of part-time, although I'm kind of almost putting in the full-time hours, I would say, as like a regular full-time job, almost. But I'm still technically part-time, and if I was full-time I would do things quite a bit differently, and I would be outsourcing a lot more. Right now I do okay how I am. The amount of stuff I'm picking up is more than enough. I've got good charity shops in my area as well, so I can't complain there, although the prices are creeping up as they are everywhere. but you can still find some good stuff. I do find some good stuff at the charity shops as well as the boot sales. I said it before, if you don't watch any of the charity shop videos, although I've not done one recently because I've been busy with the boot sales, go back and have a look at some of my charity shop videos. I found some really, really good stuff at charity shops. Sometimes you're paying up a little bit more, but I think sometimes you find in those like more rare items at charity shops, I find. But that's just my, you know, that's just how I find it. You may do better at boot sales, and I'm about to get run over, so I'm going to leave it there. Let's head home. It's a little bit later now, and I'm back home. I've been through a few of these things and ready to show you guys. Let's have a look. So we'll start at the top. Here we have a couple of jigsaws. I also bought this Pyrex dish at the same time as well. So it was £8, they've knocked £1 off. These two are new sealed. I think they should be okay. This one particularly, it's a double-sided one, limited edition. That should do okay. This one should be alright as well. Pyrex dish is just a bog standard kind of Pyrex dish, nothing too special about that one. So this Super Nintendo scope right here, I had this when I was a kid, and I don't know if any of you guys out there remember this, but even when it was new, it never really worked properly. Not really. It kind of tried. It was kind of fun playing it, I guess, but it wasn't the most accurate thing in the world, and there wasn't that many games for it as either. So as I was walking along, so here from Only Cool Stuff, he was actually there looking at this, so I figured he was probably going to buy it, but he didn't, probably because she was after £10 for it, which is a bit on the high side. It's not complete. It's literally just the scope and this piece. It's missing the game. I think I might have a copy of this game that I bought ages ago, and it's basically kind of worthless without the scope. I'm sure I do have one somewhere, but missing the sensor, so it's not like I can play it or really sell it on anyway. But that wasn't my intention with this. I said to myself when I found one of these, I was going to buy it if it's cheap enough and keep it if it's boxed like this. I'm going to just keep it for myself to add to my kind of small video game collection that I guess I'm kind of building up a little bit. I used to have a lot more than I do have now, but yeah, bits and pieces I'm going to continue to kind of, if I find them and they're cheap enough, I will buy them for myself. So this isn't to be resold, but if I was to resell it, just the scope and the box, maybe 20 quid, maybe. If I had the full thing, I could buy the cartridge if I don't have one, and the sensor, and then still actually make a little profit on it, because if it's complete, you know, there's a little bit of money in it. But as I say, that's not what I'm doing. I'm keeping that one for myself. And it actually has like a cool like pamphlet poster thing inside. I saw that as well, and I thought I really want that. I've mentioned before I'm going to do like some videos on some interesting stuff that I find, and I've got a bit of a pile of this kind of, you know, leaflets, advertising type stuff. So I've been adding to the pile still. I will get around to that one day. So I saw that, and that also made me want to buy it. And next is this Pingo, not Pingu. No, it's Pingo, obviously. Check it out. Random, very random, I know. But I know people like these random cameras, and you can't get much more weird than that, right? Well, somebody has the female version of this up, somebody from Norway, for over £100. They're never going to get £100 for this. It's not going to be worth much. It will clean up a lot better than this. There's like stains and stuff. You know, it's a proper branded thing. 25p. I was going to give that a go. Here we have a load of mushrooms. Yes, they are mushrooms, okay? They are mushrooms. My partner was like, they look a bit wrong. I was like, do they? Do they? I think they look like mushrooms, but you know, whatever. 12 quid, yes, quite a lot of money to pay for mushrooms, right? Well, this hand kind of made stuff, whether it be these or I actually have some little mushrooms here that I got in the Lake District that somebody was making. Stuck them in a plant. But yeah, there's a little bit of money in these. I don't know what I'll do. I might stick them all as a bulk lot, or I might individually do them, or do them in like 2s or 3s or something. I don't know. There'll definitely be a little bit of money in them. I wouldn't go out there and buy a load of mushrooms thinking you're going to make a fortune on them, because you're not. But because I was buying so many, she did me a little bit of a deal. So I think that is worthwhile. Here we have a Ravensburger in the Night Garden jigsaw puzzle. It's a wooden one, brand new sealed, £2. Yeah, just about worth it. A little bit of profit there. There won't be much, but it's good. Something that's going to sell come Christmas. These here represent all the golf stuff I got. I got 3 gloves, brand new, sealed, and a load of golf balls, and a couple of other little golfing bits as well, all for 10 quid. Bargain. When you can buy stuff like that in bulk, you're always going to do okay. I've got some beer mats. I think I paid, did I pay £4 for 5? Or did I pay £5? I can't remember. I think she wanted £5. I might have got a little bit off. I can't really remember now. But yeah, beer mats is another thing that I kind of experiment with. You can usually pick them up really cheap. More often than not, they're not really worth much money at all, to be honest. I've seen a few lots though, a few of the vintage ones go for pretty good money. And they also help if you're trying to sell glasses. You put a few beer mats with the glasses you're selling and it just makes them stand out a little bit more. So if all else fails, that's what I will do with these, but hopefully I can sell them like this. This game here, something about the graphics of this that stood out to me. She said it was only 50p, but I gave her £1 and I was happy to pay that. Again, there was a little leaflet in here as well, like a vintage leaflet with old games and stuff, so I wanted it for that. But I also thought the game might have a little bit of money in it. It has a little bit. It's kind of rare. Doesn't really sell very often though. So maybe a £5. I think somebody had one up at a £10, so maybe worth that. A couple of PS2 games here, a driving one and this Bratz one. This as this is interrupting me, I may as well do this. This is the Christmas clock and it works, so that's good. Not really sure how much money this will go for. It does have its original box. Don't think it's new, but some people are getting half decent money for these Christmas clocks. Back to the video game we were talking about. This one seems to have a little bit of money in it when it's complete and in really good condition, which this one is. Some people getting up to 15 for it. Most people getting about 10. I'll take that from £1. Check this guy out. Is this not one of the weirdest plushes you've ever seen in your life? It's a bear, I think, but it's Fred Flintstone as well as a bear. Strange. Strange. £1 is what it was, and it's on a vintage. Let me see if I can get to it. Come on, Fred. A vintage St. Michael, made in Korea, tag, 1988. Somebody has one with tags up for 20 quid, but it's not in as good condition as this, so I don't know. If we can get anything like that for it, that'll do. From £1, I'm always going to pick up an old 80s plush toy that's unusual like this. Basil brush. This is from 2001, I think. It still has its tag. Don't know if I'd class it as new or not. Maybe, maybe not. We should make a little profit on him. And this here is what I got along with that camera, the 25p each. This is very, very rough around the edges, but for 25p I thought I'd give it a go. It's from Walt Disney World Spring Break 1996, so it's pretty old. I think somebody will have it. This was 50p, and it's a really old-fashioned calculator. It's not going to work, this. I got it purely to sell as like a prop type of thing. It takes like a really random looking charger. I'm never going to find that charger, and I don't want to go down that road of trying to find it. I will just sell it as it is, in its little case. Cool little thing. Somebody will have that. 50p into who knows with something like this. I will aim high like I do with these things, and I will gradually put the price down and down until it eventually goes. There in the background, you can just about see it, is a stereo. Now this is very rough around the edges, this one, and I will be surprised if it is fully working. I did pay up a little bit for it, but it was from somebody I know, so I thought I'd pay his full asking price on that. This guy is Doug. He's an old like Disney toy. Didn't know Doug was Disney, but it is. There's no date on this tag, but I think it said 97 when I was having a look online. It's that kind of era anyway. Yeah, it's actually a talking one, but I've just been trying to put the batteries in this thing, and it is the most infuriating thing I have ever seen. Badly designed battery compartment, and I gave up in the end. It drove me mad. Was it 50p or was it £1? 50p, I think. I think everything was 50p from that guy, pretty much. Got that from the same guy and a few other bits. And this is another one that is really good. However, I didn't notice when I picked this up. I only paid 50p, but yeah, it's been chipped and then it's been sellotaped back on, or maybe it never chipped off and it's just cracked and they've just put it over it. Yeah, this particular kind of mug is popular. I'll put some on the screen now showing you how much that these can go for. Not everyone's getting this amount, but some people are when they're in good condition. It's a certain type of mug, like a non-spill mug, hence the unusual design and the bottom bit there. Here we have 3 lots of these storage tubs. I thought that maybe we'd use it for Lego, but I don't think they're going to work for us, these. So I'm probably going to just stick them all on together as a set of 3 and sell them off. They're only 50p each. Here we have a Me To You little kind of bear with Christmas tree. This is actually for us to keep, but I just thought I'd show it. Yeah, I got it for, was it £2 or just under £2? A couple of video game kind of hints and tips books there. They'll go with the other ones that are still not listed. I'll bundle them up with them. Here we have a 1965 vintage Go for Broke game. I've never seen one this old. I think the oldest one I've seen is from like the late 70s. This one looks a bit more basic, to be honest, so it's probably not as fun of a game to play as the more modern ones. But £2, 1965. When it's an old vintage board game I've not seen before, I'm going to give it a go. This right here, I think, was it 50p or was it £1? I think it was 50p. I didn't recognise this. Well, I knew it was something. I knew it was an old vintage cuddly toy from the 80s, but I wasn't sure past that what it actually was. As soon as my partner saw it, she was like, that's a wuzzle. It's a wuzzle. And obviously here on the back, you got a little W, so I probably should have noticed that. But yeah, this is not too bad. 25 quid. It's a little bit rough around the edges. I might attempt to give it a bit of a clean. I don't think this one would survive the washing machine, so hand wash on this. See if I can get it looking a bit better. Here we have a Guitar Hero. It did come with its box, and it's the live one. I don't tend to pick up this live one. It's for the Xbox One, but when I've been looking, people have been putting like no dongle on even on like the Xbox One. I thought the Xbox One controllers, even, and just the Xbox controllers in general, were all wireless. Did they change it when it got to the more modern ones? Do they require a dongle? I'm not sure. I mean, it says here box includes 1 video game, 1 guitar, and controller batteries. It doesn't say anything about a dongle. So I don't know, but I've got an Xbox, so hopefully this one will work with my Series X and I can test it. £3 is all I paid. It doesn't have the game, but the game you find knocking around for next to nothing out there. Well, I do. I see it at the charity shop all the time. Just the guitars by themselves seem to go fairly decent. Not as good as the old ones, but with the box, maybe 25 quid, something like that. And next is this. It's a brand new vintage style like tape holder. I don't think it's got that much age in it. I'm not sure. I don't think it's like 80s, 90s. I think it's maybe like 2000s, somewhere around then. But there'll be a little bit of money in that for £1. Down here we've got some ceramic tea light houses. I recently picked some up at a car boot sale, and I just sold them this week for about £18 plus postage. These are very similar, different colour though. Paid slightly more, paid £3 for these. So yeah, the profit's still there. We'll do okay. £10 to £15 profit, I reckon, on these. And next is this. It's a Hornsey Fleur coffee jar. Just a single coffee jar, only 50p. Probably wouldn't have bothered otherwise with it just being a single one. And I got 2 of these in their boxes. They're just Santa tea light holders. Nothing too special, these. I paid £8 for 2 of these and this. Now this right here is pretty good. This is the brand. Heartwood Creek, Jim Shaw, 2003. Quite a few sales on this of £30 to £40. Some people are getting more than that, I guess, if they've got the box. And obviously we're still a bit off Christmas, so the closer we get to Christmas, the better price I'll probably be able to get for this. Lastly, we have all of these mugs. Now there's some good ones amongst them. I paid £2 for loads of them. And we got some Whittards of Chelsea ones. They do not too badly, 10 to 15 quid. Cadbury's and some place name ones. Not too many of them because I don't think they do particularly well unless they're really, really nice. Got a couple of Manchester Christmas market mugs. These can do okay. They usually sell at Christmas, but just not for all that much. If you're getting them cheap enough, they can be worth it. I wouldn't bother in singles. Twos are pretty good. People tend to buy them in twos more often than not. I've got all sorts of other ones. I've got this one, which I definitely keep in. Check this out. To me, this is great. It's an old Berlin mug. Oktoberfest, we've got a couple of them. I really like these. Obviously, this is the best time to be selling them right now. I've got these like Scottish ones. Got some Thunderbirds ones. A couple of them, like old Kilncraft ones. They are pretty good. As I said, this one as well, which is one of my favourites. Just a shame that it is damaged. Probably the most valuable one if it wasn't damaged. So, but apart from that, the best ones have got to be these Starbucks mugs. This one, which I really like the design of, but I don't think it'll be as valuable as these two. Well, in particular this one. This one goes best. Berlin, Manchester, not so well. 15 maybe. Berlin, some people, well, prices are all over the place for the Berlin ones. Some people seem to be buying them for abroad for a lot. Some people only getting like 15, 20 quid on bids. Obviously bids is not really the way you should go with things like this, I don't think. And this one here, kind of random, Beach Girl, Florida. My partner saw this and she was like, what on earth is that? That's like hideous. And then by the end, she was like, actually, it's growing on me, that. I really quite like it. And it's kind of cool. Different, right? Different, unique little thing. That'll go okay. And we were just on the subject of Star Trek, so I thought I would show you this pickup from a couple of days ago. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I'm such a geek. 1997 Deep Space Nine calendar, £3. This is cool for a collector, brand new sealed. Yeah, when I saw this, I was just like, oh my god, I have to get this. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll put on the screen now roughly how much money we should make reselling it for a profit on eBay. So it turns out that most people who watch these videos are not subscribed. Why not subscribe? It is free, it takes you 2 seconds, and you'll be notified next time I put a video out. And also while you're there, why not like the video if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Da 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 da. Subscribe. Da 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 da. Subscribe. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Subscribe.